We are called, we are gifted, we are learning to respond to the needs of the times. We are living here today. We are called, we are lifted, we are hanging on your word. Where to now, Edmund? Where would you go now? Go to each other, yes, that's what Jesus said. Serve one another, that's exactly what you did. Out on the edges, the shadows, a star was burning bright to guide the young ones. You taught them to claim their human right. You said it's ours to choose life. In God the healing, name what you're fearing. God is revealing through the pride of the poor, standing tall. We are called, we are gifted, we are learning to respond to the needs of the times. We are living here today. We are called, we are lifted, we are hanging on your word. Where to now, Edmund? What would you do now?
In this fourth episode of Heart of a Brother, we are delighted to welcome yet another great personality, a brother whose name brings a smile to the faces of all who know him, loved deeply by his students, admired by staff, and respected by all. He is known for his friendly nature, dynamic spirit, and ever youthful energy. Though he may be retired from the active ministry of teaching, his enthusiasm for life and people remains as strong as ever. He continues to find great joy in meeting former students and colleagues, always carrying with him the warmth and wisdom of a true Christian brother. Having served as a principal and superior in several esteemed institutions of Christian brothers across India, his legacy in education and leadership is both rich and inspiring. We are truly honored to have him with us in this episode. He is none other than Brother Michael Robert Beddoe, a Christian brother whose heart continues to beat with love, service, and brotherhood. Brother Beddoe,
good morning.
It's a real joy to have you with us. We have been looking forward about hearing your incredible journey and the inspiration behind it. Brother, you have led many Christian brother schools with distinction, including Goethals. Could you take us back to your childhood days and what were they like?
Obviously, it was different. The style of running schools was very different. And I use a word, strict. Like now in our schools, I notice the children have an opportunity freely to express themselves, okay, without being rude. So it was absolutely very different, the style of the school. But we enjoyed ourselves. And of course, I was in a school where there were nuns and they're very strict. Yes.
That was a beautiful reflection, brother. Where did you grow up and what inspired you to consider becoming a Christian brother?
Yeah, I'm a product of Calcutta. I was born in Calcutta. If you're from Calcutta, Esplanade, you know, that central part of Calcutta. And it was a great city. Okay, some of my cousins also, when I came here, they were in this school. In fact, the head boy of this school was my cousin. You know that statue you have of Sacred Heart near Brother Sam's room? He was the one who was the head boy at that time, okay? And it's so nice. I had cousins in St. Helens also. So it was like a home away from home, okay? And I always used to tell the boys, you're in a beautiful school. It's like a home away from home. The kids were always happy.
You did your training here at Mount Carmel. What was your experience like for you as a young man?
As a brother.
As a brother, young brother.
Yes. We did our training in Mount Carmel. We had two extraordinary brothers teaching us, guiding us. Brother Barrett and Brother Slattery. They were excellent. Okay? Then there was another brother, Brother Peter Gomes. We used to come from Mount Carmel and study in Goethals. So I did class 9, 10, 11 over here. And we had great teachers, excellent teachers. Brother Morrow was the principal, and another brother, Brother Rigney. It was wonderful. And in the evenings from Mount Carmel, we would come and play games on the field after your games were over. Okay? But I liked it because it was good we came down here because we interacted with the boys. And very often they would ask us this question, what is it like to be a young brother? And I said, look, I'm only beginning, so I can't go back and tell you what's it all about. I'm learning. Okay?
Your training at Mount Carmel must have been very transformative.
Yes.
Instilling the value that you live by today. What led you to choose the path of becoming a Christian brother instead of becoming a priest?
I never ever thought of becoming a priest. That never entered my mind. But when I studied in Dum Dum while I was in Calcutta. St. Mary's Dum Dum, you all have played football against them and so on. And while I was in Dum Dum, we had a mixed group. You had orphans and then you had us who used to go home. Okay? I was very inspired by the way the brothers looked after us, but gave a lot of time to the orphans. They were so kind, they were so committed, they were so generous with them, not giving them cash, but giving their time for them. And their hard work and their time for us inspired me very much. They were very good, as we say today, very good religious people.
How did your family react when you chose to?
When I told my mother that I wanted to become a brother, she didn't say, no, you can't go, but she looked at me, she stared at me. I don't think initially she was very happy. She had great plans for me. Okay? My dad was in the police in Calcutta. He said, son, whatever you want to do, I'm with you. So, and I got very, very good backing from my relatives and from my siblings. Okay?
It's heartwarming to hear how your family responded. Was the formation and training process challenging? What was the most important lesson you learned?
The weather got me down in the beginning, the weather of Kurseong. But as time went on, we got used to it because we were kept very busy. And we were given the best. In the process, while we were there, not only were we initiated into religious life, but also into secular studies, how to teach in class, how to deal with boys, and how to run our schools. And very often, we used to come down over here. When I was a young novice, we call them, we had to teach, and that frightened me. Because we go in front of the class and we teach the boys, and I would say to myself, I hope these boys are not going to ask me difficult questions. They were badmashi fellows, huh? They'd ask some tough questions. Okay? But it was a fantastic experience. And these brothers would sit at the back and watch us. Yes.
The challenges of formation taught you invaluable lessons, brother. You have served as principal of many schools, including Goethals. What were some of your cherished memories as a school leader?
Some of my greatest friends today are my ex-pupils. I will be going to Delhi again on the 14th, and believe me, they would know that I'm coming. So those who could come could meet me. And the best thing is this, when the Goethals ex-pupils see me anywhere, sometimes the Nainital boys would come, St. Patrick's boys would come. And when they go to college, they would ask each other, how many of you are from Christian Brothers schools? There used to be a great bonding. So my ex-pupils, encouraged me. Of course, they'd always ask me this one question, why did you become a brother? I used to teach over here, class 11. okay, and teach English, all the others, do concerts with the boys, and that's when I got to know them very well, because then it was informal, it wasn't formal, okay.
The impact you have made on generations of students is undeniable, brother. Leadership often comes with challenges. What were some of the toughest moments?
I'll give you one very hard challenge I had. When I was appointed principal, I was finishing my college in Shillong. I was appointed principal of St. Patrick's Asansol. That was the first one. That was my Waterloo. Okay? And when I was going to take over, that school were going to close their boarding. And when I came to the gate along there, they didn't know me, the workers. They had formed, those days, they had unions in Bengal. They clubbed together and they used to give a lot of trouble. And that frightened the life out of me. Then very often I would be in the office and I'd hear them shouting out slogans, not against me, general. And that experience helped me. The way the teachers came to my rescue. My senior boys were very close to me. I'll give you one example of a senior boy. We had a lovely brother in those days, brother Donohue. Very good. Not Donohue, Donovan. And the boys were giving him a little problem in class. He used to teach maths. The seniors found out that the boys, like you, were giving trouble in class. You know what they did? They didn't tell me. They collected these boys and warned them. You give brother trouble, we won't tell the principal. This is what you'll get from us. Stop it. Such respect they had for us. Of course, in those days, now an average number of brothers in each school is about 3, 4. Those days we had 7 and 8 brothers. Okay? So they interacted with us. They were very fond of the brothers. And I was very impressed by that. I've always kept that incident as a memory, as a great memory. Of course, wherever I've gone, I've enjoyed teaching in class. I've never given up teaching in class. Even to this day, I'm teaching. Yes.
Leadership comes with trials, brother, but your resilience and wisdom carried you through. As a Christian brother, how do you strike a balance between discipline, education, and nurturing faith in students?
See, initially, you were considered to be a very good teacher if you had great discipline, but we paid the price. I'm not going to go into details how we paid the price. But when I look back today, the way how the brothers are so friendly with the children, especially the younger brothers, they're so friendly with the children. I'm amazed. At the same time, you have great discipline here. It can be maintained. If the children see your talents, a brother's talents, he's a great teacher, he's a great sportsman, that's the time when they feel very attracted to us. Yes. We don't go out of our way to do that. It comes naturally. Okay? If you go to schools run by other congregations, other societies, I'm not naming the societies, it's very different. The Christian brothers are famous for their interaction with students.
Yes, brother. Nowadays, we see fewer Christian brothers than before. How do you see the mission continuing in future?
Well, at the moment, we are worried how to pick up our numbers. In fact, they have appointed 2 brothers to go around getting vocations, to join us. Now, the type of people that are joining us were not like us who came initially from our old traditional schools. We had a very different training, and we had English as our background. Now, the new people that are coming, okay, they wouldn't have English language as was. So, I do believe, I'm very optimistic, I do believe that the number of brothers will increase, but it will take time. We are trying to plan, how do we do it?
The mission lives on through dedicated individuals like you, brother. Do you find it difficult to live out your vocation in today's fast-paced and modern world?
Yeah, see, I'm not a tech man. I'm useless. This very school, when I was superior a few years ago, I remember one day I was sitting with my mobile. I didn't know what to do. A little boy from class 5 or something. Brother, you're having a problem. I said, yes. What's your problem? I said, I don't know how to get this. He took my mobile and book. I felt like an idiot. Yeah, there's a little boy telling me what to do. I will never forget that. Maybe I'll bump into him one of these days. He may be here, I don't know. Okay? So there wasn't a problem. There wasn't a problem initially. Yes, now and then we had our hiccups. There was a crisis, nothing was perfect, but we dealt with it very well. Yeah. See, my style was like this. I'd be angry with a person like you for something that has happened. But then maybe an hour or two later on, when we walk along the corridor, I would say to the boy, hi, how are you? Forget everything. You know.
Yes.
Wouldn't keep it up.
Though you have retired from active teaching, you still seem very active and involved. How do you spend your time now?
I'll tell you. I'm in St. John's, Chandigarh. You know where Chandigarh is? It's in the Union Territory, Punjab. Okay? They have given me a class 8. I always believe when I was stationed here or any boarding school, I always used to go for class 8 because that's where everything changes with boys. The maturity is coming in. So they gave me class 8 and they told me these are the boys who are naughty, they don't study, and they're up to all kinds of tricks. So that's the class I have. I have a class of about 21. And I teach them as many subjects as I can. But I'm doing a thing called personality development. Personality development is giving them a sense of confidence. I might ask a question, they put up their hands, I'll make one boy come to the front of the class. And I would say to them, even if it is rubbish, answer. And if it's very difficult, I wouldn't let the boys ask questions because they'll play the fool. Okay? Then I'd come to the boys' rescue and that's what I'm doing. Then in the afternoon, I'm a little freer. We've got our workers' children around. They're doing nothing. So I call them in, they'll be from class 5, 4, 3, and I teach them the same thing. They're smallies, and it's like this. I'm teaching these smallies, they're very close to me. One fellow will say, brother, let us dance. I'd say, oh God, my lesson must be very boring. Brother, let us dance, and I carry music with me. Put on the music, come on, dance, 2-3 minutes, that's it. So that's the way I interact with them. But it's not easy all the time. And very often the seniors would come to me and talk to me about difficulties, about their subjects, and then I help them.
Yeah. Brother, did you know there's a Facebook page dedicated just to you?
Wow.
This one.
This is good.
Let's go through it once.
I recognize the faces.
These faces.
Yeah. Don't ask me their names. Yes, this is my young days in Asansol. This was the greatest badmash I ever had. See that boy on top there?
Yes.
I'll give you his name, Manish Chopra. Oh, Baba. And they'd go in the same bus coming and going with the girls, Loreto girls. And very often the girls would say, brother, this Manish Chopra is teasing us all the time. I said, don't worry, he's a nice fellow. You won't have a problem. So that's him.
And brother, we have some videos of your admirers with us.
Ex-student of Goethals Memorial School Kurseong NIOS section, it's my privilege to knowing Brother Beddoe as a former principal of my school. As the year, he becomes a mentor and a good friend to me. His integrity, wisdom, and unwavering faith have had always deep impact on my life, and I always admire his calm leadership and the way he genuinely care for those who around him. Thank you, Brother Beddoe, for being more than the principal, being a mentor, good friend, and a true blessing of my journey in my life. And you will always hold a special place on my heart. Thank you. As I reflect on all those beautiful memories and profound influence Brother Beddoe has had on me, I feel with immense gratitude. His support, kind spirit, and quiet strength that not only shaped who I am today, but also left the legacy of love and kind that continues to inspire me. I have been truly blessed to spend countless joyful and cherished moments with Brother Beddoe. The moment filled with joy, laughter, deep conversations, spiritual encouragement, and lasting memories that I will treasure forever.
Brother Michael Robert Beddoe is a name that resonates so beautifully with SEM, St. Joseph's College, Nainital. I am an ex-teacher of SEM, and when asked to say something about Brother, the first thing I would like to say is that he's very progressive and positive in his approach to education. As principal, Brother introduced musicals and encouraged the senior classes to use the latest music for the annual Sports Day display. I was class teacher, class 3, and I observed the happy interaction of the children with Brother. Brother enjoyed them and laughed at their innocence. One strong statement that I remember from Brother as a guideline for teaching is, please meet the children in their times and understand them thus. Another is that we cannot live in an ivory tower and must adapt and grow with full awareness of the events happening around us. Elocution was another activity that was given importance. Brother's guideline was that the students must enjoy whatever they recite. Brother's personal connection with us is so wonderful. Even today, he makes it a point to meet the former staff and boys whenever he travels. I pray that good health and a long life are his, and may Brother continue touching lives and bringing out the best in all. Certa bonum certum.
It was the year 1997 that I had the opportunity to get called up for an interview at St. Joseph's Nainital. So I was in this 10 by 10 office sitting across Mr. Beddoe with my parents behind me, and the small office was lined up with a lot of trophies and achievements and medals and things across the cabinet, all three sides of him. And my eyes couldn't, get lightened up by all that golden glitter everywhere. And it was a huge, big table where I was standing across. This was my height somewhere. And Brother Beddoe picks up a jug from somewhere, keeps it on the table, and says, "What is this?" I say, "It's a J for jug." And he says, "Good." And then he asks me, "What comes after J for jug?" I say, "K for kite." And he says, "Wow, nice." And he really appreciates it. He gives me a big thumbs up and claps for me. And then he smiles on our parents. So the warmth he gave us in the first interaction was unforgettable. And it was not just that he was really warm at conducting those interviews. It was his personality that he carried across. And he was really that sweet every time we met him. So, and one of the best qualities about Brother Beddoe is someone that touches your heart and stays in it. So my mother, my father, they've always remembered Brother Beddoe. No matter who else they've remembered, Brother Beddoe, they have never forgotten Brother Beddoe. And I wish Brother Beddoe a very long and healthy life. And I'm sure, in his second innings, wherever he's taking it across. So I really wish that Brother Beddoe stays healthy and, stays happy. And we really, we're really blessed to have, been a part of that generation who's been across and who's been through the guidance and, principles and morals of Brother Beddoe. So we love Brother Beddoe. Thank you.
I remember him.
Brother, so tell us, What's your secret in making such lasting impact on students? And
I don't know what the secret is, but I don't like being alone. I like company. So my interaction with the students has paid dividends. You know? And the fellows will tell me, brother, today you're not in a good mood. Maybe I wasn't smiling or haven't said something good to them. So that's been my secret. And I come out of it fast. Yeah. Yeah.
Brother, you have hosted the centennial celebration at Goethals, which continued for 7 days and was a resounding success. What inspires you to keep going and manage such difficult yet successful events? Also give us your experience about that event.
Yes. I did the centenary of this school, 100 years, in 2007, I think. That was the year. I had a fantastic team working with me, all the teachers. I had a wonderful set of senior boys, and they were also an inspiration for me. And they always said to me, we are going to make it the best centenary celebration in Darjeeling. North Point was there, Mount Herman was there. Brother, we are going to beat all these schools. I wasn't interested in that. I knew from their achievements in the past, we would have a great centenary. So what did we do in the centenary? For 1 week, there was tamasha. But organized tamasha, not rubbish. Sports, concert, we did an opera, Aladdin and out. Okay, we had a beautiful mass where your basketball court is. Okay, we had a fete, a social, that of course they all liked. Okay, and good food, parents, and boys came from all over the world, ex-pupils, all over. And outside your front of your school over there, there's a plaque over there. I think his name is Garibaldi. Ex-student. He played in the Olympic Games. Imagine, the old boys bought him a ticket and he came for the celebrations. Ex-Olympian. You had a fantastic games master here, PT master, Mr. Gurung. You might have heard his name. Wonderful. So all these people helped me. Okay, the drills were outstanding. Not the common ones, all difficult drills, but they were very good. Yeah. And that was at the end, at that time, we got terrific results. I was a bit nervous. I said, oh God, they're all distracted. Results will go haywire. No, they were good. They were good.
The centennial celebration was a triumph. Your legacy made it unforgettable, brother. Your passion is truly inspiring. What message would you like to share with the current staff and students of Goethals?
Yes. There was one statement made yesterday at your program where a reference was made to the politicians. I dealt with a lot of the politicians in Delhi. Okay? And I like the statement that was made, learn to be honest. Say what you have to say, come out with it, don't be afraid, be confident, but be honest. So I would appeal to our students over here to be honest and to be very loyal to the school. This year, a boy in Chandigarh asked me, brother, what's the first quality must you have to become a captain? I said, is that all you want, to be a captain? Just tell me. Okay. And then I said, for me, it's loyalty to the school. That's all I had to say. So I wish and I pray according to your motto. What's your motto? For
Omnia beneficere.
Yeah, do all things well. Am I right?
Yes.
Do all things well. And that's what I am observing. You are still doing all things better than well.
Your words will surely inspire everyone, brother. Your message will guide Goethals students and staffs for years to come. Many parents today are anxious about their children's future. What advice would you like to offer to them?
Yeah, see, parents are picking up a lot of nonsense from each other. They know nothing about the new education policy. Neither do I. I'm only reading about it. Let's not go by just words, hearsay. Experience it. We can't escape it. There's a thing called automatic promotion, for example. So one boy told me, oh brother, I'll go to the next class and the next class, or automatic, you can't fail me. He told me that. I said, just try it. And I'll tell you what the meaning of automatic promotion is. But parents have to wait and see what exactly is happening. Lots of these schools have opened, you know, these international schools. They've opened in Siliguri and all these places. One has to watch and see how are they functioning. And I'm going to give you a little secret. Many of these international schools, I know from my experience in Chandigarh, they are waiting for our teachers from our schools, Christian brother schools, who are retiring, and they grab them and bring them into their schools. Because we have a vision that nobody has. You talk about commitment, generosity. So the parents have to watch that carefully. Why is this happening?
Parents will find great comfort in your wisdom, brother. And finally, for the young people searching purpose in their life and meaning, what words of encouragement do you have for them?
For this group, for this age group.
Yes, brother.
Okay, play your games, play your sport. If you were a day scholar, Papa will tell you, hey, do your homework. You finish your homework, sit down, study. I'm in a school where the children don't play games. The whole time they are doing tuitions and all sorts of things. Now since I've gone there, I'm on the other way. You play games, enjoy yourself, and then you study. Like you have time for games, you have time for study, so your mind becomes focused.
Your encouragement will light our way, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Brother Beddoe, for being with us and sharing your inspiring journey. Your words have touched our hearts and reminded us the true spirit of brotherhood. Though retired, your energy and warmth and legacy continue to inspire many. You truly are a heart of a brother. We wish you all the very best. And we hope you continue to visit our school, Goethals, and keep us motivated.
Welcome back.
With your presence. Thank you, brother.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.